Greetings, I'm Sir Vainglory and welcome back to Season 3 of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is part 61. I'm starting up at the reworked rail junction, just as our tourist train departs with 16 tourists. So yeah, this junction, I've simplified it quite a bit. My original plan a way back when in episode 1 I think, of Season 1, the plan was that we'd have these two lines would be the main lines, and they would use all three of the platforms at the border. What's this? Well, it's the biological waste train. Yeah, so the junction was a bit complex because these two tracks used all three of these connections. But I've ended up having more traffic coming through here than I had originally planned. So what I've decided to do is to have these two tracks use this track, these two use this track, and they share the middle one, which you could probably work out from the layout. It seems to be working okay. So we should have, for the most part, we're going to have these two trains sitting in there for quite a while, loading up with waste. And then we'll have the steel train and the tourist passengers use this track here. In fact, is this the steel train? Yeah. And that's the other thing that, let's go to fast speed. So this train will sit for a while unloading, but the tourist train should sit back around here and wait until this platform's clear. In fact, here comes the tourist train now. Hopefully it won't sit for too long. So it's that far back, really? Oh yeah, of course. I don't really need these lights here. No, I do. Because that has to happen so that that can then move forward. There we go, I knew there was logic to it. So yeah, it seems to be working okay now. Come back every so often and check. You have 27 tourists this time. How much are we making any money from tourists yet? Economy and trade. What we're looking for? Tourism, right here. This year. Oh yeah. Going out for something to eat, spending money in the shops. Not spending much money in the carousels or the theatre and cinema. They spend more on the playgrounds than they spend in the theatre, which is right here. Okay. Where's the latest fire? It's so many fires. Oh, it has to be there's a fire engine right there. A substation, electricity substation. Right, good stuff. And what we're in 11th of August, fields are being harvested. Let's just you're all heading out. Make sure you're not going to the border. No, you're not. That's fine. So you're all unloading in there. 750 tons. It's lower than I was expecting. Should have, yeah, plenty of food. There and there. Chemicals. I've got plenty of chemicals. So, yeah, that's all fine. I've not checked the electronics for a while. No, fully stocked in the electronics. This here. I'm thinking what we did up at the livestock farm. We built this larger grain silo. Maybe I want to do the same here. And can I maybe what am I thinking? What might I maybe? Oh yeah, I had it originally. We had a truck transporting the crops over here, but we shouldn't have now. Just tractors and combines, right? So I don't need to. I was thinking about repositioning that maybe so that we had the automatic transfer, but we don't need to because we use distribution office over here. In fact, why are you sitting idle? You buggers. You shouldn't be loading up there. Is this... Oh, it's as good as full, I suppose. Okay, in that case, unload across the river. But yes, it might be worthwhile, just to avoid having to do that, switch so that they transfer the crops over there. Switch this out for a larger silo, 3,200 I suppose it would have to be, probably. Yeah, we could do that. That's actually what I'm going to do. Let's stop unloading there. We'll let that run down, we'll replace it well, over the winter, but as soon as the crops have run out, get that done. We've already checked up here, these fields are still not emptied, but we have nearly 1,200 tonnes of crops, so that should be absolutely fine up there, and that leaves us with, do I have any crops actually being stored here? Not many. Should have done this off camera, do apologise. Crop delivery, where do you come from? What is that all about? Oh, right. Okay, I'd completely forgotten about that. We had a trickle of crops heading out there from this silo, but we don't have anyone dropping off crops here now, it looks like. Now you come from the distribution office. Right, okay, so you are coming down here from these fields. You unload there and then you load up from there. Don't do that then. Okay, we're a bit confused then. So what do? You gather from all these fields around here. And then you unload up at the grain silo now. That's right. Because we've got so much capacity up here. Okay, that's fine. And you collect from all the fields down here and up here. Right. 600 tonnes of crops. 58 tonnes of clothes. We shouldn't have any fabric, no. Right, that's all in good order. We've got 2,800 tonnes of crops up here and another 12 down here. So all these farms still being harvested as well. Right, okay. That's all looking good then. Roads, what are we doing? Gravelling up this road here. This right hand road is completed. Started working on this one. You have construction offices assigned. You shouldn't take too much longer. Skipping past this farm complex for now. The plan is going to be come out here, and the first thing we're going to want is construction offices. They want to do some sort of junction here. I want to sink the roundabout, so lower the ground around here, have the roundabout down in a slight dip. The main road will pass over the top. Something like that. So I need to get a construction office that we can get dozers and excavators in. I don't need to worry too much about it, do I? Put in a temporary access road, so coming off here, let's actually bring you back to there. Thank you, autosave, just as I let go of the mouse button. And yeah, construction. I want to go for a really big one here. because we will be doing a lot of construction. Yeah, I think we will. And I'm now thinking about where we put our store our materials. I don't know if I'm going to use this space here. I might do. But let's just plop this in here for now. And then I want aggregate storage. 1,000 tons. Those are not one-way roads. Let's flip you. You can sit right in there actually. And then we'll need open storage. So that's... no, not here. Cargo. Open storage. And... not free. I guess we'll go with medium. Do I want to rail... now there's the thing. Right, forget this. That there can go away. Ta-ta. What's happening up here? Missing resources coal. Yes, because this is where I'm going to have... putting in aggregate storage for gravel. This is what this is all about here. Yeah. So to begin with, we're going to import gravel by train. I think we'll just use this. Yeah, that's fine. We'll use that for storing gravel initially. We will have probably gravel come out from here across to a railway loading facility. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And I need to think about the railway layout here. But let's muck about with this first. So open storage, in that case we want a twin rail, large open storage, or medium. I think it has to be multi-rail. How many tracks? You've got 4 tracks. Shouldn't need 4. I think twin rail's probably fine. And medium, 1,250 tons. Let's go large. Yeah, so if we have this somewhere about here, yeah, I think somewhere in there. And we have... I suppose it would need coal dropped off in here as well. And we're probably going to have a power plant in there too, now that I think about it. So, yes. Aggregate storage for coal. $1,000 tons should be fine. But I need the train aggregate unloading, don't we? 130 meters. That's the same as well. What's the difference? Oh, a bigger capacity. It doesn't tell me what the capacity is though. Settle for this. Which way around? Flip you so the road's down at this end here. Do I need storage out from there? I don't think so. But I do need coal out, so I guess we do that way around. To put it up here. I do now. I guess actually I still need am I going to bring in electronic goods etc. by train? Do I actually have one with rails? Big warehouse. We don't need 960 tons of crops. Crops, electronics and the like. So there's no rails on these. I don't think I do have one with rails. What do we have then? What's the meat storage? No. And the grain storage is obviously no good. Small storage isn't going to have rails. You don't either. Okay. We'll just go with that then, since it's got a railway. Yeah, I think we do. So that means demolish that. Give me this warehouse. It doesn't need to connect up. Want it that way around. Yeah, that's fine there. And then back to the aggregates. Should have paused this. Let's... train's waiting too long. That's maybe an okay sign. Stop gibbering. Train aggregate unloading. Yes. So you would unload. Maybe have you positioned more like that. Okay, do that. And then you would need storage. Like that. I think we'll have it up here. Okay, so we'll do something like that. But let's check out this train waiting too long business. Oh, you've gone. So you... Wait a minute. Why? How did you get there? What the hell? Right, after diesel, I guess I need to load this in. I want you to come down through here. Let's undo that. Fuel line detail. Well, that's what we did. Okay. Because I didn't get asked to confirm it. But anyway, yeah, so we'll have you down and through there. That should work better now. And I guess I'm going to have to do the same with you. Yeah. Fuel line detail. I want you Passing through here on the way back as well. Just to keep things clean up at the border. That's better. And you're not stuck at all, you're just loading up. I'm going to send you out here just now, just to make sure that everyone... Oh yeah, now you can't get across. Right, okay. Where are you? Pause. Instead of that, go to the diesel. You should be able to get there. That sorts you out. Okay, slight oversight here, but that should be okay now. Just as a thought, what's the occupancy in our hotels like? 133 tourists. I'm doing alright. You don't come here if you want to go to a church or a pub. You should know that from the travel brochures. And you do have... No, well, actually, you've got alcohol. I've forgotten about that. You don't need to go to a pub or a tavern. Well, you can. If you want to, there's one up here. It just doesn't have any staff. We had alcohol addiction down at 0% at one point. I think I'm going to relax the regulations a bit. Play about with it and see how folks... that's the cinema. How health goes if we allow people to have a beer now and again. We don't have a pub over here, but that's just their tough luck. You can get... maybe? Not from here, I don't think. You can't get to the hotels, no. Well, hard luck. If you want to walk across to the concert hall, you can nip out the back, go to the bar and the hotel. Yes. Okay. Out here, I haven't looked at this. 60 tonnes of hazardous waste, 174 tonnes of mixed waste now. This was... overflowing at one point. Not overflowing, but... oh well, as long as it's working okay. Can settle for that, but what I've noticed is this. This is not good. As long as the buses are able to get through... why are you coming up here? Out of fuel. Because what we can't afford is for a lack of workers in here. Steel recycling plant. We don't need more than 10 workers. We've got a maximum amount in here. So yeah, we need to keep this maximum so that these don't get totally clogged up. Which is what happens if you've got this nonsense. These bus lanes, I'm not happy with the route that you're taking. Feeling detail. After this, I'm going to have to put in a waypoint. Not put one out here and here. That's a bit of an annoyance. Can put one there, I suppose. Right. So after there, go via that point and go out that way. That should help, hopefully. And you, what's your line? Oh, you're from that same route. What else do we have then? You've got the waypoint. What changes did I make? I don't think I'd made any. Okay, fair enough. You add in that waypoint as well. And same here. I should hopefully just help with this. And because you've maxed out, yeah, but not have the buses. Having the buses wait to get across here should help. Although, where the hell are you going now? What? What was that all about? Excuse me? What's that route? We're meant to be heading out across here. Is it to do with the traffic jam? Maybe they've decided to skip past this, but no, this is not good at all. You don't have anything like full load. You can't head back. Wait a minute, pause. I want you to head for there when you get to the node. Right, and you as well. Let's just run off a few of these things. Let's try and get rid of the backlog. And you're full. You're full. You nowhere near full. Right, let's try that, see how we go. Clear up this junction a bit. Can't get out now, good God. Yeah, so definitely a lesson learned about this sort of setup. For the size of population that we've got nothing, nowhere near enough scrap separation. It might have been better off having a general separation first, because that might have managed to get. You lose out some of the separation efficiency, but might have higher capacity, higher processing speed. Anyway. Enough there. How we were looking up here. No trains waiting, apart from the guys that are in. Correct. You're not in the correct platform, really. I guess this tourist train might have been in this platform when you arrived, which is why you went in there, which would have been fine, and then we would have had potentially a garbage train waiting here. Alright. And here comes the next garbage train. Slots right in. Okay. It's almost time for a break already. I've had so much fun. So we'll come back out to this and just rough in some rails for now. Okay. What we'll do is have from something about here, pull off a line like that. If you come up to there, and you're to head in there. It's not the prettiest. In fact, I don't like it at all. Do that and this. Get rid of the waypoint. And we'll try that again. Once more with feeling. No. Stop it. I do not like. Can I bring something out from here, maybe? let's do that before we commit too much to the turn. And you're just coming just around about the foot of that slope there. Not that it's much of a slope, but that looks a bit better, I think. Okay. Delete the point, and then we'll have a parallel line coming out. Come on, I know you can do it. Okay, let's view up to there, and then we can join in here. And again, while you're still in the curve there, I want to take you off snapping because you head out here. No. I know what I'm thinking, which is an oddity for me, but what I want to do is have you stick with the program until about that point, then remove snapping and have you head out. No. Well, I'm going to remove snapping from there. We'll just bring you out directly from there then. That's a bit better. What we need to think about also, though, is the reason for all this mucking about is we've got these other tracks to come in. So I do want to use both of these tracks. There's a wee point there. Get rid of. Right. So from here, can we get a line out? Not from there. Try it this way around. Come on, where can we get? I must be able to get a line out from there somewhere. Right, okay. There we go. If we did something like that. Okay. Can I grab a line from, maybe not there. Let's try here. Yeah, we can get a line in like that there. Oh, come on. Swine. Right from there, connecting here. Okay, now from you, we could pull you off there actually, rather than here, but let's try the old shift-a-rooney. Come on. There we are. Okay, and then we would need, I mean, I could put in just the old diamond crossing. Don't particularly like diamond crossings, but I've avoided them everywhere else. So I could do that. And then up here. That. I really don't like that. I know that it's completely legit, but it just doesn't appeal to me. But anyway, I have supposed to be just roughing it out just now anyway. We'd also need a railway station somewhere up around here, but we'll do that later. I'm going to put a break in now before I go on any longer. So thanks for watching, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment, rate the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, and I hope to see you again next time. Cheers!